Hey everyone, today we're going to take a trip high up into the Himalayas, to a state called Uttarakhand. We're going to uncover a craft it's just as beautiful and tough as the mountains themselves. We're talking about the story of Ringal, a tradition literally woven from the soul of this incredible place. Okay, so to really get a feel for this craft, we first have to understand where it comes from. This is a place of just breathtaking beauty, but it's also a place with some huge challenges, where nature is your best friend and sometimes your toughest opponent. Just take a look at this landscape. We're talking about altitudes that go from just under 200 meters all the way up to over 7,000 meters. That's a huge range. So, as you can imagine, life here is completely shaped by the environment. And it's in this rugged world that generations have figured out how to work with the land, creating traditions and tools from the stuff that's right there at their feet. And at the very heart of one of these amazing traditions is a special kind of mountain plant. Now, this isn't just some random material. No, it's the soul of the entire craft. It's called Ringal. You'll often hear it called the bamboo of the mountains, and honestly, that's the perfect description. It's a type of dwarf bamboo, which means it's way thinner and a lot more flexible than the big, thick bamboo you're probably picturing. For this craft, this stuff is everything. It's the lifeblood. And right here, you can see that incredible transformation start. So on the left, that's the wild Ringal, just growing in its natural home up in the forest. Then look to the right, that's the result of all that initial hard work. The same stalks, but now they've been harvested, cured, and carefully split into these beautiful, delicate, creamy white strips, all ready for an artisan to start weaving. So what's the big deal about Ringal? Why is it so perfect for this? Well, it's got this amazing combination of flexibility and strength. You can weave it into these really intricate, tight patterns, and it just doesn't break. Then there's the color, this natural golden tone that actually gets richer and more beautiful as it ages. Plus, it's super eco-friendly. It's a renewable resource, and the things made from it, they're built to last, sometimes for up to 20 years. That's incredible. So, we've got the material. But let's be honest, the real magic, that comes from the people, the keepers of the craft. We're talking about generations of artisans who know exactly how to turn this humble mountain plant into something truly special, something that's both beautiful and useful. And this is not a skill you can just pick up from a book or a YouTube video. No way. Ringal crafting is a legacy, something passed down from parent to child, generation after generation. It's this whole system of knowledge that's been built up over centuries. Everything from knowing the exact right time of year to harvest the cane to get the best flexibility, all the way to the final complex weaving patterns. Just look at the incredible focus here. Every single strip is prepared by hand. The artisans use these ancient techniques, like coiling, which helps them create those strong, round shapes you see in baskets, or plating, which is perfect for making flat, sturdy surfaces like mats. It's a slow, careful process that builds the product from scratch, and it takes an unbelievable amount of patience and skill. And right at the heart of this tradition, more often than not, you'll find women artisans. They are truly the keepers of this craft. They're the ones turning a community heritage into a way to make a living, supporting their families, and making sure these incredible skills don't just fade away. So what kind of things do they make? Well, pretty much everything. This craft is woven into every part of daily life up there. You've got your household basics, like sturdy storage baskets they call tokri and dahlia. For farming, there are these really tough baskets for carrying grain or fodder. But it's also art. You see these beautiful, elegant lampshades and trays. And then there's all the other everyday stuff, from mats to containers to serving platters. Okay, so we have this amazing ancient craft. But let's face it, we live in a world of cheap, mass-produced stuff. So how on earth do you protect something so unique and special? Right, that's the big question. In a world full of knockoffs, how do you make sure that what you're buying is the real deal? And more importantly, how do you make sure the artisans who pour their lives into this work are the ones who actually benefit from it? Well, the answer is something called a geographical indication, or a GI tag for short. The easiest way to think about it is like a birth certificate for a product. It's an official stamp that says, yes, this product comes from this specific place, and it has all the unique qualities and the reputation that go along with that region. So, when you see a GI tag on a piece of Ringal Craft, what does that actually promise you? It guarantees three really important things. First, authentic origin. It was genuinely made in Uttarakhand. Second, traditional methodology. It was made using those incredible time-honored techniques we've been talking about. And third, assured quality. It meets the high standards you'd expect from real Ringal work. It's basically your seal of authenticity. And this quote, it just says it all, doesn't it? For these communities, this GI tag isn't just some fancy label. It's called, quote, a lifeline for mountain communities protecting ancient wisdom and generating new livelihoods. It's about protecting their heritage and, at the same time, creating a stable future. All right, let's bring this whole story together. We've gone from a plant growing wild on a mountainside to the skilled hands of an artisan, all the way to a protected piece of cultural heritage that you can actually own. And this is why all of this is so important. When you decide to buy a GI-tagged Ringal product, you're doing so much more than just making a purchase. You're making a direct investment in the artisans, in their families, in their communities. You're not just buying a thing, you're becoming a guardian of an entire culture. So I want to leave you with this thought. The next time you see a beautifully woven item like this, think about its journey. Is it just a basket? Or is it a story, a legacy? A genuine piece of the Himalayas that you can hold right there in your hands?